So battle lines drawn on Enforcement Directorate and now also on the Tiranga controversy. Har Ghar Tiranga. In the 75th year of independence, the Prime Minister's call to have the national flag hoisted on every home. And that's what I want to focus on for a moment. My first guest today is Gopalkrishna Gandhi, public intellectual, author, former civil servant, diplomat, and of course, governor of West Bengal, and the grandson of Mahatma Gandhi. Appreciate you joining us, Gopal Gandhi from Chennai. I want to ask you on this Tiranga controversy, your view. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi says he's inviting citizens to hoist the national flag atop their houses for 3 days from August 13 to 15. Your views, do you believe this will really infuse a sense of patriotism, or is it more symbolism than substance?
I do not think this should be spoken of in terms of controversy at all. I do not see anything controversial in the Prime Minister's statement, in what he has asked us to do. I think what he has said is a very fine example of the nation's leader, that Prime Minister, asking his fellow citizens to join him in an act of patriotism. 3 days and hoisting of flags in houses is a matter of detail. But I think this is the time, the 75th anniversary of our independence, when we should all rejoice in our flag.
Let me raise three reasons, though, Dr. Gandhi, why it's become a controversy, Gopal Gandhi. Number one, there are those who are saying this is symbolism, that this is not about substance, you're just not in a way embracing the values. You need to embrace the values that the Tiranga represents, not just place a flag atop your house, values of compassion, of brotherhood, of inclusion.
Symbols are aids to substance. They do not replace substance. Symbols are necessary. For that matter, other symbols like the national emblem, the national anthem, are also great facilitators of the substance of freedom and of our republic. I think it is very important for us to know that the symbol of the national flag, which has been the symbol of struggle, the symbol of sacrifice, should now also be the symbol of national unity. I think it is very important to have some symbols. The national emblem, the national anthem, the national flag are those essential symbols in which we must exult.
The second controversy that has emerged, Mr. Gandhi, is the fact that it is being seen purely in political terms. That in a way, this is what the Congress says, that the Prime Minister's Har Ghar campaign is almost as if the BJP and Mr. Modi are trying to monopolize patriotism, nationalism, want them to be identified, the individual and the political party, with the Tiranga. According to critics, the BJP didn't fully, or the RSS didn't fully participate in the freedom struggle. Who are they to hoist the flag?
The government of the day, whether at the union level or at the states, is responsible for the people of the country or the state. The symbol of the national flag has been associated with every Prime Minister of India from the first Prime Minister onwards. There is an indistinguishable connection, an inextricable connection between Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, who unfurled the flag on the first day of our independence, and that has been the case with every subsequent Prime Minister. So I think it is not only the Prime Minister's right, but the Prime Minister's privilege to identify the national flag with the national aspirations of the national government. And I use the word national government not in the sense of a coalition government, but in the sense of the government of the nation of the day. I would also like to say here that when we see the flag, we see not just the government, but we see the nation and the freedom struggle, and we see some individuals like Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, who identified himself with the flag in a very special way when he said, Dilli Chalo. And Nehru, on the day he unfurled the flag for the first time, invoked Netaji and said something like, this, not his exact words, but something like this, that it should have been Subhash Bose who should have been unfurling the flag today. So it is beyond parties and beyond governments. And the government of the day, the Prime Minister of the day, speak for history and they speak for the country as a whole.
So you are interestingly saying that this message of Har Ghar Tiranga should not be seen as Narendra Modi's message or the BJP's message. You see this as a continuum, to use your words, stretching back to our founding fathers and, dare I say, our mothers, leading up to Mr. Modi today. Am I right?
It is very important that you spoke of founding mothers. It is very important you did so because Madame Kama is one of the earliest names of persons associated with an evolution of the flag which has become our national flag. Yes, it has been associated with every Prime Minister, and the Red Fort and the ramparts of the Red Fort on which every Prime Minister has unfurled the flag has placed the flag beyond controversy, beyond not only controversy, but beyond any possibility of controversy. The only thing we have to be mindful of is what you, Rajdeep, said very correctly, the substance behind the symbol. The substance is of compassion, of mutual respect, going well beyond tolerance, not just tolerance, but well beyond tolerance. And when we use the phrase Tiranga, which means the three colors of the flag, we should not forget the fourth color, which is the blue of the wheel at the center of the flag. The blue of the wheel, which represents Dharma, which represents our commitment to justice, which Dr. Ambedkar has placed at the heart of the preamble to the Constitution, in which justice, social, economic and political, comes before liberty, equality and fraternity. So it is the Tiranga with the need of the wheel at the center.
The final reason for this political controversy, Mr. Gandhi, is because, as I said, the BJP is seen as part of the wider Sangh Parivar, and the RSS for decades, from 1950 to 2002, was accused of not unfurling the national flag on important days, instead unfurling its own saffron flag. And therefore, the political opposition, especially Rahul Gandhi, raising objections, saying the national flag belongs to all, doesn't belong to to the Sangh Parivar or the BJP. The Sangh Parivar or the BJP can't claim, in a sense, ownership of the flag.
The national flag belongs to the nation. When it is unfurled by the nation. And it belongs as much to the opposition as it does to the party or parties in power. Nobody has a monopoly over the flag, but everyone has a duty to the flag. And I think responsible Indians, whether political or non-political, in office or out of office, must see in the flag that spirit which actuated the struggle for freedom, and not only the struggle for freedom before 1947, but the continuous struggle for justice, which the chakra at the center of it represents, and the struggle which continues today. And justice includes justice to all, justice to the minorities of every description, not just ethnic, linguistic and religious, but every description. It is the flag of India, not the flag of any particular Indian.
Very interesting the way you're putting it. In conclusion, would you therefore advise the opposition in particular, and to an extent the government, as should they celebrate 75 years of independence together, rather than all these various competing campaigns, Har Ghar Tiranga, and the Congress going with Nehru holding the flag? Ideally, they should all be celebrating it together, surely.
That's absolutely right. Jhanda, Uncha, Rahe, Hamara is about hum, about us, about we, the people of India, described in Sanskrit in the translation of the preamble as Vayam Bharatasya Janaha, and in Hindustani as Hum Hind Ki Awam.
Beautifully put there, Gopal Gandhi. I appreciate you joining us and reflecting the spirits and the values that the Tiranga represents. Thank you very much.